Happy Tuesday. John was cooking with Kaitlin yesterday. I'm sure it was good to have a little bit of a break. But today we are making kind of a pesto Alfredo penne pasta with some chicken and some veggies tossed in. Kind of like how we doctored the last one, we're going to do something similar here. Start by boiling the pasta. So we've got the water in the pot, a little bit of salt. We turn it up. We're going to put the top on it. We're going to let it bring to a boil, and then we'll put the pasta in a little bit. So in the meantime, we're going to chop up some veggies. So we've got mushrooms and some scallions. Very good, rich flavor. And added some vegetables while we need it. They've already been washed, of course. So we know. Kind of getting them a little finer, what I want, texture-wise. How's everybody's week starting off? Is everyone having a good time? All things considered. We got to celebrate one of our good friends' birthdays over Zoom last night, so that was fun. Not quite the norm, but we're all making do how we have to these days, right? Yep. Some days are easier than others. Today is actually the second anniversary of my grandmother's passing. So a few little moments today. But it occurred to me that as I've completed my third puzzle of quarantine and watch Jeopardy on one of my afternoon breaks, pretty much every day, that she'd be really happy with how I'm living my quarantine life. I'm cooking almost every day or baking. I'm sharing recipes with friends and family. She'd actually really like a lot of this. She wouldn't like being home so much, but then she'd just go, well, it's not very different from everything else I do at that point. And she wouldn't be quite wrong. But yeah, she was a fun woman. Good woman. Now it seems really oniony with all these scallions, but as y'all know, this is kind of the flavor zone we like. No matter the spices we wind up adding to it. Onions and garlic's coming into play. Like, don't even act like that's not a given. We know it's coming. Those are just really good, rich add-ons. They bring out a lot, kind of help. And they're healthier than a lot of the, salted and preservative things you could do. People who do garlic salt or onion salt. I get it, I certainly used to do it a lot. But as got pointed out to me by a nutritionist once, why do that when you could just do straight onion or straight garlic and reduce so much of that sodium? And that made a lot of sense. So that is what we do a lot more of. Alright. So we've got all those beautiful scallions. Good there. So delish. Alright, now we're going to mainly just work on just slicing our mushrooms. You may not be able to do as much of the stem that way. There's no reason to not include the stem. Let's turn it all around on me. Will be good. Of course, we're adding in chicken. If you were doing a meatless night, you could do full-on portobellos, maybe even a few more veggies if you felt the urge. But we're going to have some chicken. I know you see a lot of chicken there in the background. We're not having that much chicken, because that's 5 chicken breasts. We have that much. We'll save some for another night this week. But I just have it all out here before I get it out of that and separate out what we're going to use, and what we're going to save for another night. This is good. I tried, y'all. I tried. That stem was just not having it. But that's okay. Yes. But I hope everyone was able to find a way to unwind a little today or yesterday or both, if you could. Whether it was doing some kind of activity like a puzzle like I do. I know some people are able to do crafts. One of our friends on the Zoom birthday party last night was talking about how she's been able to make masks for people who need them. That's really awesome. If you've got that ability, I see a lot of people who are helping. I have another friend who watches sometimes. I know she makes some. That's really good. Well, I can sew basic stuff. I've seen the pattern a little more intricate than what I am capable of doing, but I fully support those who are able. I know some people are fundraising to kind of help with that, so if you're like me and you're going, I would love to help, you can always donate money towards that if you are not able to make them. That's good. You see all these nice mushrooms, and most of them sliced up good. Just a few of them where they're like, no. But secretly, they all want to be eaten. They do. They all want to be eaten. They just aren't telling you that, as obviously. All right. Sorry, Bex. Having its moment. I'm going to shove these over to the side without going over. We're going to get some of our chicken out. Actually, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to do it over here so I can put it in the bag for what's sitting in. But yep. See, there's one breast. We'll move it here. Big old breast right there, good and plump. And there's our next one. Sorry guys. I know I'm supposed to get better at editing these things. At some point I will. Maybe I'll remember to take this out, but at the end of the day when it's like, oh, I'm just going to upload it all, it's about what it winds up being. It's like quick and easy to do. Alright, so now we're going to cut our chicken. You guys know, wind up cutting the fat off. So we don't want that. I mean, some people do. If you do, good for you. I'm not going to keep it. And these are all going to go in the pot about the same time. It's kind of all together. So that's why I'm leaving them on the same thing. So, move it just so I can cut. They live and learn here, right? I feel like I'm like a realistic chef, like the Food Network ones have all their stuff. The tasty chefs just pause and move everything around. Not always when you're at home. Always remember to do it. So we're all there together. Alright. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting them into little bite-sized kind of chunks. Beauty of having a good knife, right? It'll just cut through like that. That's nice. it's supposed to cut towards your fingers. So slightly ignore some of what I'm doing, not all of it. There we go. Finding it all. Good. All right. At some point, I might need a slightly larger cutting board. What do you guys think? Getting to be about that point? Just maybe. Keep doing all this stuff? Just maybe. But you know, it's the challenge of life, right? Keeps us alive, keeps us going. Makes us say, what are we doing next? You guys buying any of that? You guys like, oh, okay, Kaitlin. She is losing it. As if I had it to begin with. Oh, I noticed something for those of you with Amazon Prime today. HBO is free for a limited time on there. There's no real, like, end date listed, but I'm hoping it's at least a few days. Maybe like a whole week even. That would be pretty awesome. I've got some series to catch up on. I appreciate it. Assume it's how they're giving back to us. I'm actually going to turn this on so it's heating up while we finish cutting up. But yeah, so I'm just going to share that for those who are Prime members. Got free HBO at the moment. Again, no clue for how long. But even if you're working from home like I am, you still got a crazy amount of time to watch on that stuff. I'd already sliced that, guys. Remember what you cut. That's also a pro tip that most chefs recommend knowing. Oh, Lordy. Oh. Alright. See, that's starting to smoke. It's good because it's getting close to being done. Cutting up all my meat. Yay! Alright. Move our knives over. I'm gonna wash my hands. Should have paused y'all, but I didn't. Alright. So I will be moving you guys over. Let me pour this in before it smokes up too hard. Let me pause you guys while I resituate you. Alright. And we're going to pour our pasta in because the water is ready. Put the top on it. Give it a little stir. It's always good. A little stir right there. And we will let it simmer. Just boil, whatever the word is. Alright. We've got the oil is heating up quite nicely. So we're going to start. Chicken needs just a little bit longer before the veggies go in. Not a lot longer. And I can tell some of the veggies are already sticking to the chicken and going in anyway. And that's okay. We're just going to start with a little bit of that. Get them all over there. Get my hands washed again. We're going to put on a little bit of our spices. Got a little bit of oregano, a little bit of basil, a little bit of sage, and of course, how could we not have some garlic? Some good garlic going. And we're also going to do just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Just a little drizzle if we can manage it. Okay. Just another good flavor in there. It'll be very tasty. Alright. Let's start getting all that nice and cooked up. Started before we add the vegetables in here in a couple minutes. Are any of y'all able to get outside today? I went out a little bit. It's a lot colder here. Gotten a lot of rainy weather this past few days. It was in the 40s. And I was like, you know, I am over the cold weather. I thought we were done with it. But alas, Mother Nature thought otherwise. It's like, oh no, we're still doing that. Of course, I heard some areas got snow today. And that's so crazy. Not in my area, but up north. People I know up in like Ohio are getting that. So I hope maybe you had some better weather options. The ability to go out and enjoy the way it felt outside today instead of going, I don't want to put my sweatshirt on again. I am done with that. Some of us didn't have the choice. See, that's all cooking up so well. Just like we want it to. Yep. Turn the temperature up just a smidge. I want the chicken just a little more cooked. Not to be fully cooked because that's all going to be simmered in here for a while. Just a bit more before we add our vegetables in. That's good. Yeah, see, it's all looking good. It's all cooking like we want it to. Be a good dinner and some good lunch tomorrow. Yep. And those who are following to actually consider making some new meals, not just using this as distraction from the craziness at large. I've started putting the ingredients and directions actually on the videos. I'm going to go back to the older ones and update those for the same thing. So if you actually like the look of the recipe and want to try it out yourself and couldn't quite follow along with all my crazy instructions as we went through, then they'll be down there for you. Because we quite enjoyed them. My husband has frequently commented on how spoiled he has been during all of this. And that while he, of course, wants us all to get better, he will miss all of his fancy meals every day once I'm going back into the office every day. But I'll probably still keep up cooking with Kaitlin once or twice a week when we're able to do that. Because this is fun. All right, so now we're going to add in all our vegetables. All right, looking good. Giving our pasta a stir here. Oh, smell the onions, the mushrooms. Oh yes, they're smelling quite good. Or in fact, I'm going to put the top on and let everything kind of simmer for a while. We're going to test out our pasta to see how it's doing. Ah, so hot, so hot. And it flew away. Alright, it's about where we want it. We're going to turn it on low for a minute. Let that steep up. If you remember, we got to get a cup for the pasta water. We need 1 cup of pasta water in order for it to all go together. We're going to let it simmer for just a few more minutes, but I'm going to set a timer so it doesn't go like super soggy. But I'm going to let it kind of simmer a little bit longer because then it'll plump up just a little bit more. And this is cooking. Alright, we'll check back in when these are all kind of done simmering for a few minutes. Alright, so it's been a few minutes. So we're going to get that 1 cup of pasta water. So we remember that it helps. 1 cup of pasta water is going to be what helps our sauce stick to the pasta really well. I'm going to dump that out. So we're letting that drain for a few minutes. Oh, you see all that steam? Oh, baby, baby. So good. That smells amazing. So we see that. See how nice and tender the mushrooms have gotten. And see, we did the scallions real chopped up real like that because they were going to just kind of wilt. We've got the chicken, a bit of the oil still there. That's why we didn't add in any more when we put the veggies in. I know some of you were wondering, should we? Because it looked a little dry. But who knows? So what we want to do now before we move on is check in between some of our bigger pieces of chicken that have been kind of around different spots in the pan and make sure everything's cooked. You don't want any pink at this point. It was okay earlier, it is no longer okay. So any piece to you that looks like, I'm just not positive, that's what you want to kind of cut through and make sure that there is nothing but white in there. All cooked, no salmonella. This is not the time to risk that. You can also, if you got them not quite to the bite size you wanted, or maybe if you're having this with your kids or something, you need it to be a little bit more, good time to chop up a little more too. All right. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to shake you. But okay, we're adding in our Alfredo. That's good, and we're going to remember to turn this down. We know it's not always my first thing to remember, but here it is. If you remember what we do to make sure we get all of it, is we pour in that cup of pasta water. Here we're going to kind of stir this a little, start getting that all mixed together. Might need my wooden spoon in a second. Remember, we're going to put the cap back on this with our pasta water in it, and we shake it We get everything off. You can still see it clinging. Shake it a little more. You know, make like Taylor Swift. Shake it all. Not off, I guess, but shake it anyway. There we go. So we use this now. See, that's looking real good. And just a little hint, just because we have it, if you remember from our Friday night dinner. Got that pesto. Sorry guys, reaching. So we're going to add in about a tablespoon of pesto. Remember, if you're not using if you don't have tablespoon, teaspoon measurements, your big spoon that comes with your silverware set is your tablespoon. Your little one is your teaspoon. So I did a couple tablespoons in there because I want that pesto flavor to be real good and prominent. That's looking good. And smelling good. Oh yes. You can of course add more if you want more of a flavor. You can add less or you don't have to add any. If you don't like pesto. Oh, it smells so good. I could just drink it like this. But alright. I won't. We have pasta. Now we've cooked. So here we go. In there it all goes. Straight noodles. I promise nothing just broke. Alrighty. Look how good that's getting. Coating it real nice. There we are. Our good Pesto Alfredo chicken pasta. You could use any pasta you like. You could just do this with your fettuccine Alfredo if you wanted to upgrade that noodle instead. Penne is usually our go-to, so that's usually what we have on hand. Alright, there you go. Another successful Cooking with Kaitlin. See you back tomorrow.